Welcome everybody to my The Long Dark something or other episode. I'm not sure what it is, but I thought I should just load up the Steadfast Ranger update. It's been out since kind of earlier in the week, but I hadn't had a chance to play it, being busy at work, etc. So I thought I might potentially come along and see if I can find... I got a bunch of old saves. These are various ones. Oh, I got a stalker in Milton that's lived for 49 days and has not explored much of the world. 19 days. Let's try this one. The reason I thought I'd load up a stalker was, because obviously there's certain things in Interlooper that we can't find, and doing it in stalker might make a little bit of sense. And this is such an old save, I have no idea. Well, we got two good thick wool sweaters. Got the wool mittens, that's good. We got some climbing socks, that's all pretty good. Our pants are rubbish and we have not much else. So let's have a look at what's going on in our inventory. Underweight, which is a good start. I have a bearskin bedroll. Goodness me. I don't actually ever remember making the bearskin bedroll in my entire playing time. Either that's magically appeared or we did and I just forgot about it and have no idea. Okay. So this player started in Mountain Town. So obviously it started after that update. So the only thing that's potentially newer is Hush River Valley for this character, but it's going back a bit. So pretty much we've just been Mountain Town and Mystery Lake and back again. Yeah. Okay, so did we even have... We had a bow? We had some arrows. Let's just harvest that. Did we maybe have a rifle and I've set it down? Oh, look, I think there's like fresh loot. Oh! Did we already have that? And probably just dropped it for weight to go and do other things. Maybe we got like...
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh, that's heavy enough already. What's going on? Wow, look at all these things. Just... Man, this character is rich. We could do many things. Let's not put away a lot of weight. Good grief. This character had everything. What should we put away? Let's go by heaviest. We'll keep the rifle for the moment because that might be fun. We'll throw away a flare. And we'll throw some of those things away in a minute. Wow, we got like some fresh rabbit cooked at 95% on us. Well, I doubt we're needing that many painkillers in the short term. And we never need water purifying. Oh, hang on, let's just go back. Yeah, we don't need that many. Let's just get into the worst ones actually. Half a kilo to get rid of. Cardboard matches. Wow. I'd forgotten how rich you were when you play Stalker. And that bedroll's freaking heavy. Right, half a kilo. Okay. Get rid of the worst fire striker. Just... Wow. I thought about loading up a new one, but I figured like that would just take a while to get us anywhere interesting. So if we have 0 extra bullets apart from the ones we have in the gun. But we found 13 free more rounds. And is it? Oh, we probably don't even have a pot or a can. We have a can. Do we have a... No lantern, so let's just put the fuel away. Sorry to make you guys all sit through the organization stuff. Probably could have done this, you know, off camera. I could just put the bow away. Wow, it's so interesting coming back to an old game. -6 degrees. Oh man, we must have killed a moose and everything. I think I must have thrown this save away when more fun things happened and I started doing interlooper. Right, my volume is really loud. It's killing my ears. I'm probably shouting. So okay, so we had some rabbit on us. Do I want bait? Oh man. I'm not sure I even know how to use the rifle. Yeah, rabbit traps. Look at these. We were set up. Ooh. That's morning, but it's coming in foggy. Just when we thought we'd go have adventures. If you notice a slightly more enthusiastic tone in my voice than normal, or you know, I'm speaking faster, or all these things. A couple of reasons, you know, I'm excited, you know, there's a new update, all these things. But today is another episode brought to you by beer. And if you've been playing along with the channel for a little while, you might have heard me mention the types of beer I like to drink, and they tend to be quite strong. And it's no exception tonight. So tonight's beer, you know, I don't usually like to be so crass as to get into the advertising realm here, but tonight's beer is one called Biggie Juice from one of those craft breweries that, well, this one is actually quite local to me, called Feral Brewing. Brewing. I doubt any of my international listeners would have heard of them. Hey, there's that little warning for a cheese error. But yeah, so it's a micro brewery or craft brewery or whatever you want to call them from near me. And they make some pretty decent beers. Win all kinds of awards and random things like that, but you know, who doesn't these days? I mean, they tend to invent awards for anything you might want to partake in. But yeah, Biggie Juice. It's pretty strong. Maybe around the 7% mark, which is okay. If Feral Brewery wanted to sponsor me at any time, they could feel free, and I'm sure my 23 subscribers and 30 odd regular viewers would make it worth their while in terms of the advertising revenue that would come off that. Should we try and shoot this deer? I think we should try. So I've heard tell that the aiming mechanism isn't to everyone's taste with the updated rifle stuff. I have no idea what let's just quickly look at our rifle skill. So rifles at like, yeah, nearly 2. I feel like such a bad person, because if we shoot this deer, we're probably not going to do anything useful with it. So yeah, a lot of other people were complaining about the sprains. Hang, hold that thought for a second. I would have thought that was a headshot. watch back the video later and critique my own performance there. Yeah, a lot of people complaining about the sprains being knocked up. I was kind of looking forward to trying it out before they said they fixed it, because if you've been following along, you would notice that me and sprains tend to have an uneasy relationship. I have a folder of sprain screen captures to bug report. Hold that thought again. Okay, this is going to take a little getting used to. Thankfully, this deer is a very accommodating target. Because rather than run away and stay away... Alright. I know I said I've had some beer, but... Okay, apparently don't try and hit them in the head, just get them down the spine. Man, we've been walking around for so long and we are not cold. It's like so much outer looper and interlooper and all of these things. Like 10 sticks and a piece of wood. We're like, it's 0 degrees. We can't do a mag lens fire. We don't need tinder. Crappy match and a stick it is. I don't need this fire, not at all, but I feel really bad if I shoot a deer in cold blood and not at least eat a piece of steak off of it. It just seems hard-hearted somehow, and wasteful. Even though, you know, I was only doing it really for the aiming practice, but you know, come on, waste not, want not. I'm definitely assuming this character had come out before they updated the cooking, that's for sure. Let's have a look back in here. Did I leave any notes anywhere for myself? Well, we survived 49 days. Only 26% of the world. That is really unusual for me now. We spent basically 21 days in Mystery Lake, 7 fall on Muskeg, 20 in Mountain Town. That's pretty much it. I'm using the bow a lot though, obviously. Like, I think we must have been deciding the bow is the thing and not have the weight of the rifle. Maybe we were trying to get better at that. Although we did take 11 rifle shots. 3 of them just now. Maybe 4. Wolf close encounters. Wolf struggle 7. We won all of them and killed 19 wolves. Okay. 3 bears we killed. So we were doing okay there, but we were going toe to toe with the wolves a lot. So this is before I really started avoiding them, obviously. I think, yeah, at a certain point I got a bit fed up with doing stalker and just always running away from wolves, but the loot was so, you know, forgiving that I really wanted to be good at interlooper but couldn't make it work. But having less wolves was appealing, so then I decided to make the switch, and I think around that time I've been watching obviously some Geltaz videos, because who wasn't if you were into watching The Long Dark, and also weren't averse to, you know, watching other people play the game. I know some people are. So I'm just doing that thing where I get distracted halfway through talking. Because I'm not carrying anything, I might... Oh yeah! This is what I wanted! Let's find a couple of pieces of birch bark, because I realised I hadn't tried that. Surely there's some more. Isn't this like birch bark central? One piece? There's got to be more. I'm just being daft. Let's reel back that way. Oh, we've only got one can. Because I haven't picked up anything else yet. So yeah, we could totally kill this character really quickly. Because even though I said, like, you know, I made the switch to playing Interloper, I still don't think I'm that good with the wolves, to be honest. If you've been watching my Interloper runs or Outerloper runs, just had an episode I uploaded just the other day, where we had our first wolf struggle that I think I've had on the channel after 40 or 50 odd videos. That's probably for a reason, because yeah, I kind of suck at the wolf struggles. Like, I'm probably okay at avoiding them now, but when I actually end up going toe to toe, either my button mashing skills are just terrible, or I've never gotten the hang of it. But yeah, I could get a good beatdown when those happen, or I die. So probably why I like to sneak around quite a lot, and, you know, hang on, have we got any more sticks? Here's my last 2 sticks. Just wanted to... Oh, I didn't prepare it. Hang on. What we got? 23 minutes? Too busy talking. 5 minutes with a hatchet. Oh my god, tools that I didn't have to make myself. That's just... I should probably start a stalker run again, just for the fun of it. Oh, I need 2. Okay. Sucking at this. Pick up my can. Hey, there's a turkey torch. Alright. So maybe we'll take a torch. It is Stalker, and I forget that Stalker has like lots of wolves. Oh, we don't have any sticks to start a fire with either. Overconfidence, underpreparedness. Start an emergency fire with fur if we get startled. There's a stick. Might save our life. See, I have a lot of character saves that didn't die. It just got left in the save pile to atrophy, or, you know, keep each other, you know, misery loves company and all that, you know. Effectively, because I think I'd get to a point where I thought either there's not much more I could do with these characters, or my skills weren't really up to progressing much further. So I might do a couple of records coming up where I revisit some of those. Oh, hang on a second. Okay, so what I was doing was checking that my headphones, which are little earbuds, are actually in the left and right ears. because I've been caught out with that before, where you feel like a wolf is maybe coming from a certain direction and it's the opposite. Yeah, anyway, so I might visit some of my existing saves that I'd abandoned and hadn't done much more with. There's a couple of interloper ones. I know there's an interloper run that I have almost to 100 days, and I think... Oh, well, the wolves are ahead. And I think that interloper run is my first genuine good interloper run. I think it was about maybe 3 or 4 attempts in, and she's had a very precarious life. But we did get her to a decent amount of days, and then tried to get her to 100 days, and then I got excited by some other runs I had going, so I left her in Timberwolf Mountain on about 96 days. Her interesting life includes getting down to 0% from a wolf fight and coming back from it, which was fun. Must have been a rounding error, but she got attacked outside the prepper cache on the rope climb to Timberwolf Mountain, and that's where we learnt that the stove fires don't scare away wolves for the first time. Yeah, I'm surprised she made it, and that was on about day 80, and then she went to Timberwolf Mountain for a little while. And she only went to Timberwolf Mountain because she got abandoned in about day 70 when the world got far too cold for the gear we were equipped with and the skills we had. And we decided we would go and start a new one, and then we got better skills and came back and decided, you know, maybe we should let her have a more fun existence than just freezing to death in the trapper's cabin. So maybe she should visit the mountain, the summit, and see what good gear is there. And so that's where we took her. So yeah, we could visit her. Alright. Oh, what have we left here? Moldy rabbit? Man. I tell you, we were living the high life in this game. You know, there's potential of new loot here, but also loot we didn't know existed. Maybe we didn't know the secret spots. Oh man, we had so many mag lenses. Ah, well, we don't have a pot, but we are heavy. And I gotta tell you, I haven't played Stalker in so long, I don't know. Holy crap, we had a ragged old-fashioned parka. I guess I decided that was too heavy. Same with combat boots. Like, I think I was going for weight. Must have been going for weight. Rusty. Tin of sardines. 16%. Yeah, I'm not surprised I didn't eat that. Okay. Bedrolls galore. And we must have been just bored to build the bear bedroll. What time of the day is it? It's middle of the day. As much as I really want to test out the spraying system, I also don't... I don't know. Oh, I kind of want to just like see if it will happen under stupid circumstances. Tell you what, like, what is taking up most of our weight? Is it food? 4 kilos of food? MREs are pretty heavy. Like, yeah, let's just be honest here. It's a rifle. That's why I was carrying the bow around. This rifle. I really want to test the bow as well, because what I'm afraid of is if I go back to my regular saves, So we tested the rifle. It seemed to shoot a little bit higher. We don't usually use the rifle in many of our games. Oh, here's sprain risk. I swear I saw we had a... Look, I wouldn't squander resources usually so much, but we're having fun. This is an adventure. How do I want to test this bow? I don't really want to... Okay. It's a pretty low quality bow too, but... Alright. Actually, maybe I should just shoot something at something first. Just aim. Let's try and aim. Oh, that's okay. That's a bit further to the right than I'm not used to having there be that funny gap. Okay. It's probably not the best way to do this, but... Alright. Okay. So where the draw point was is kind of alright. Alright. I assume we're going to get this wolf coming at us pretty quickly. Let's see if we... Oh, there's many fur friends. Which one? I don't want too many fur friends at once. This guy. Okay, that one. He's decided he wants to come and say hi. And as Turkey would say, come for a free hug. Okay, it looks further right than it did, I think, even though the center point is there. Now, what is our 28%? This boat will last for a little while. Okay, fur friend number 2. Okay. Hey, he stops when you hit him. But apparently I didn't hit him. Okay. Here he comes again. I managed to get the arrow right between his legs. Alright. Some of this could be bow skill, some of this could be beer. Okay. I think I'm going to have to get used to this a little bit again. I was trying to correct, but not really succeeding. Alright. It's off a bit. For what I'm used to, I feel like that's still off a bit. Well, there's a definite grotesquerie. Okay, it's all science, so we don't kill our outer looper. What I didn't actually really keep a good track of what bow skill. See, we're 3. Yeah, okay. What is... oh my god, it's positive 6 degrees. And our clothes are like 19 degrees. This is summer. Ruined. Can I drink it without dying? You can't drink it. I suppose I should just put it away. Cattails everywhere. Wow. That's the thing. When you play Stalker, there's so much food and resources. Probably don't really pick up the cattails ever. I didn't mean to do that at all. That was completely accidental. You go back in there. Alright, so this is a little bit... you know what? There was one more place I think I should check. I'm just going to check one of these cabins to see if they've got any of that energy drink. And then check a couple places. Maybe for the rifle? I'm getting tired, but so it says empty, so I doubt it's gonna. I think if I was gonna find stuff, it would just be lying around. Wow. Walking around with a stinky piece of rabbit. In Stalker. What am I thinking? In the fog. And one of those other things Turkey often says is don't get attached. But gotta tell you, I got attached to a lot of my characters. But it turns out the did I just see something creeping over here? Maybe not. Turns out the cure for getting attached is to leave your save game for long enough that you've forgotten who they are and why they mattered. And then load them up later and be as cavalier as you like. Maybe. There's a cam up there. I can just about guarantee if I play this character for more than 1 or 2 days, I might start to care again and get attached. I don't know about you, but do you ever get like those little smudges of dirt on your monitor? And when you're walking along and all of a sudden it's against a bright white background, it just magically seems to look like that smudge is a wolf just moving at a certain speed across your screen. Maybe it's just me, but it definitely happens to me. If it happens to you, feel free to leave a message as such in the comments. Let's just call them smudge wolves. And we know about the stump wolves. Oh, we're overburdened because we got tired. It's probably our last coffee in the world. I want to go and check for one of those caches. That's the other thing. I watched Turkey's little playthrough of the Steadfast Ranger update the other day, and he went up to that little cache that's up there. And I gotta tell you, when I played this game on the lower levels, I found maybe one prepper cache ever, and I was terrible at finding them the rest of the time. Maybe two, I found two. So, I'm kind of excited to find them. I think I only know now where two are on Mystery Lake. The other one's pretty far, and I don't think it's going to have a gun. Is it here, if it's going to be here? I feel like for Turkey it was here. I'm sure he'll tell me in the video, in the comments, if he watches this video. But I think it must have been there. I wonder if I'm attracting wolves with the stink that I'm holding. Oop, don't spray nothing. So on paper, the new spraying mechanic sounds better? Alright, hang on. Yeah, so just, again, just to the right of that, where the arrowhead is going, maybe? Sorry, rabbit. You are science fodder. I have no idea what I was just saying. Oh, spraying mechanic. Yeah, on paper. It, sounds decent. I complained about how sprains worked before, and that I see a lot of double sprains like on flat ground and random things. So maybe they fixed that as a bug in general now. Maybe that was a holdover before and some people got it more than others. I'm just going to drop my bait while I search this guy. I'm going to take a guess that this character has not been up to this tower, if that guy's not been searched. But yeah, so I felt like the sprains used to not work how they were described to work for me, and I got bigger thoughts on why that might be in regards to the game, like in terms of how, depending on your system and depending on your performance settings. I feel like everybody gets a slightly different navigation mesh. And if you're watching this and you're not maybe familiar with how some game engines work, what you see of the ground isn't always exactly what you interact with as a ground. Imagine like another invisible layer over it, and that's the one you interact with. Depending on performance settings, that might maybe have some problems in it. Like you might have an extra weird polygon that has a very sharp edge, which is why I suspect some players, when they go up that little stair in the church in Desolation Point, get stuck, and why some people get stuck on the stair getting into the dam. So I think there's things like that, but I think sometimes with the navigation mesh, some people will get more of a sprain chance than others, and hooked with some bugs in the code that really exacerbates for some players more than others. But yeah, so I was interested to see how that's going. I haven't had a sprain yet in this episode, but this is after the hotfix of the Steadfast Ranger update, so I did see online a whole bunch of people having a real complaint about it. Now, the door was open, so that implies I'd been here. That's empty. That's empty. Oh, look at all the things I left here. I read that. Apparently, cardboard matches were just ready to throw away. Hatchet galore. Pry bar galore. I would normally like warm up here, but geez, we are still warm. I feel like I should do something just to be productive. Let's get rid of some weight by tearing down some broken arrows. I couldn't even tell you if we must have forged and built these arrows. Like, we didn't find this many arrows in the world, and it did say in our stats that we'd been to the skeg, so hang on, I'm just going to look quickly. Maybe did this character ever... Oh, hang on, I didn't really do that properly. Someone's been to the Deadfall area in Mystery Lake. Oh, I don't know if that's been to the potential cache there? Maybe. One of my characters has been to the potential cache at the end of the Deadfall area, which is the only other one I know about. Oh, we're heavy again. I probably should have slept just... if for nothing else, the chance to not get sprains. I'm not 100% sure on where the fur friends hang out. There we go.
Damn, oh, that hurts.
Let's see if we can sort that out then. I did that wrong, didn't I? I didn't use it on the pane. Use on the pane. Oh, that was probably bound to happen. Is it going away now? It's still blurry. Okay, it's fading. we haven't really done a lot this episode other than check out places we'd apparently already been, shoot a deer, rabbit, some wolves. Basically gone on a little bit of a massacre. We picked up one lousy piece of birch bark and couldn't do anything with it, and we didn't find any of the new loot. There's a backpack over there I never knew existed. Hey, and there's a bear. We have bait. And it's empty. Yay. Not even coming for us, but I don't know how I can get up higher away from the bear. Must be close enough to attract his attention now. We left our rifle behind. Oh no, we didn't pick up our bait. Haha. That's why. Okay. Alright. So, note to self, don't go toe to toe with any wolves. Now I can just about bet you we didn't go up to that tower. Just back in the day, I never used to go up to that tower. Probably I was too frightened. It was too far away and I didn't know it. Probably do with a couple of sticks, couldn't we? Even though we're heavy. So over that way should be, well, there's moose scratching, so potential moose. And a hut we can stay in. And I don't exactly know where I'm going, but I think it's up here because I've never come this way to it. I've only ever come this way away from it. But maybe there's a cache up here. But if we get there, we've probably been there before. Especially on interloper, like this isn't the sort of area you really come to. There's this kind of no reason, like, especially if all that's up here is a purification. Is it up there or is it up this way? So probably file this in the little experiments playlist. It's kind of my little spot. A little playlist I've got going at the moment of things that are little orphans. Is it up here or up there? I mean, I could wander around looking for this thing forever and just not see it because I've missed the correct spot, like, completely, but now, depending on how I upload these, there might still be... This might come out before one of my other episodes I recorded before the update. I have no idea where this thing is. I've been here a couple of times, maybe. I was going to say handful, but I think that's too many. And I just can't believe I'm walking around here without fear of freezing to death every 10 seconds. really are in the back areas. I feel like we've gone too far for where this thing is in my memory. But hey, if you've been watching a bunch of long dark videos, yeah, I think this is too far. I don't remember it being over there. I think we're about to turn the corner to the other way. Yeah, if you watch a bunch of long dark videos, I don't know, you could probably count on one hand the number of times you've seen somebody come up this direction. Do we even own any more coffee? We don't own any more coffee. Tell you what, we could sleep in our bedroll right here and probably not freeze to death. Well, I really wanted to find a cache just to make it a little bit more exciting than me just wandering around banging on about random things. It could be up this little bit as well, I don't know. If you happen to know where it was, the thing I'm looking for, and I blindly missed an obvious sign of where it was, feel free to let me know. But even after this episode, I think I'm going to either fire up this one or a few others off screen and continue just practicing with the bow till I feel like I've got my eye back in for how it goes, because I don't really want to risk that on... Oh, now you're steep enough. Down there you weren't. Yeah, I think that... I think that cache wasn't here. Let's put that away in case that also throws the risk of getting a sprain. We've got to be up nearly behind that hut now, so I think there is no cache there. I think there can be one up near where the bear on that pond. That whole scenario. That's about the only other one I potentially know of. Look at all this like birch just lying around that we didn't even think was worth our time. Hey, oh, look at this. Fresh got at 51%. This is where I think this might have been where I very first hunted the moose. I remember this. This is when the moose first came out. This guy was the first guy to take down a moose. Well, first of my guys to take down a moose. And we just left all that gut lying there. And I think we traipsed the moose meat all the way back to Trappers. Just, you know. Yeah, look at this. We left some moose meat here for ourselves. And we were kind and we didn't even care about the guts. It's still at 51%. It was like yesterday for this guy. And another 24% survival bow, like, gee whiz, like, maybe that's just meant to be found. No, we must have left that. Alright. Oh, we're so exhausted, but I really want to check for that cache. Alright, I think we're getting to the end of this time, but maybe maybe what we'll do... I mean, we can... hang on. And one little push in the morning and see if we can find it, and then we'll call an end to that episode. Look at that. Like that was definitely like cooked yesterday. We left all of this here. Fire there because it was probably blowing a gale. Alright. 100% bearskin bedroll. Like that's... we must have just made that as well. It's +6. There's not even any room. That's +12. Not that we need it, but do we like get better condition in a better rest in a warmer one? I think you can sleep for like really long. Dark in here. -9. It's like a warm summer's day in Interloper Town. Few circling things down there. There's a dead body and a dead deer. Can't hear any bear noises from there. Now I don't think I've actually ever found the potential cache that may be up here. I just sort of know about it from like forums and stuff, or maps. So I don't even know if I'm remembering it correctly. I think there's maybe another one up somewhere. Maybe near the other blind? I really don't know enough about where these things can be. I'd probably like just walk straight past one somewhere. I mean, those things are cool, but they just aren't in Interloper. Felt like it would have been around here somewhere. But yeah, so no joy on much more of the cool stuff in this update yet. So like I said, just trying to half use it for getting used to what they've done with the aiming mechanism. I really don't feel confident with the bow yet. I probably don't have any maple curing anywhere in this run for a fresh bow or anything. I didn't even check. Error. So did they get rid of the exclamation mark, or am I just not deserving one right now? I think they got rid of it. Is that the thing they were saying was anxiety inducing? I could probably do without that indicator. Like, all I ever wanted out of the spraying system for it was not just to be so seemingly buggy. So we're all the way back here. Only because I want to find a spot to like nicely end off this episode. Yeah. So the other thing I used to do in a lot of the games, I probably would do if I wasn't doing it off screen. A lot more snares. I find the snares actually pretty good, to be honest. In terms of keeping a steady supply of rabbits coming along. Normally I'd have a few more out than that in total. Sorry, rabbit. This is... Okay, maybe I'm starting to get a handle on some of the aiming.
Man, I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Bear meat. We're not cooking 5. No, we can't eat that. But yeah, I think we'll call this the end of this random episode. Didn't achieve a lot, but hopefully you guys found it entertaining a little bit. I mean, I got a little bit out of in terms of the aiming mechanism and stuff. I would have liked to found some more cool stuff, but you know, I think we needed to push on a little bit further and go to places we haven't been to yet. So I might pick up another episode and try that and bring you along for the ride. But otherwise, I think we'll see you in the next episode. Alright, bye.